How dirty do you need to go to get green? Now, I am resisting this nonsense with every sinew of my body. I will not buy an electric car. I will use my power as a consumer to dictate the narrative, and I suggest that we all do the same. I mean, yeah, I agree in some areas we need better air quality, but I also subscribe to a better environment. To me, being green doesn't just mean just in my backyard and to hell with those who suffer as a consequence of my greenness. It means being environmentally friendly in all aspects of the production chain. And I'm really struggling to work out why anyone driving one of these EVs thinks that they're doing good for the planet. Round of applause that the emissions are zero carbon on the road. But what about at source? How much carbon did it take to make it in the first place? And what environmental cost? Sounds to me like a case of out of sight, out of mind. And a lot of people agree with me. Rowan Atkinson, one of my favourites, remember him in Blackadder, and then there was Baldrick. I have a cunning plan, my lord. Rowan has an electrical and an electrical engineering degree. And after owning hybrid and electric vehicles, he said, electric motoring doesn't seem to be quite the environmental panacea that it's claimed to be. He pointed out that the greenhouse gas emissions are 70% higher than manufacturing petrol cars, and that the lithium-ion batteries require rare earth metals and huge amounts of energy to make. And he's not wrong. But it's something I've been saying from the start. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Ask yourselves, where did they obtain the lithium for the battery, each of these cars containing some 4,000 cylinders? Who mined for it? And how did it get to your door? Round of applause to you with your eco-credentials, driving your electric car. At least you're not polluting the atmosphere near your house. And what source is producing that electricity that you're using to power the vehicle? More likely it's fossil fuels, and if it's wind, how did they make the turbines? I guarantee you that fossil fuels are involved, and actually wind turbines aren't that great for the animals whose habitat they encroach on. From what I've heard, animals are being negatively impacted by them, particularly in the sea where the hum is causing interference. Even digging up pavements for the charging points of these EVs, where there are way too few, is bad for the environment. And it's not as if we all have time during the day to sit about waiting for these things to charge. And as a single female, I don't want to be hanging around late at night waiting for a charge. And they're super heavy. When I see some of these electric cars on the roads, even the small ones, when I'm in my little petrol car, by the way, Petric, that'd be interesting, which has done 180,000 miles, by the way, my little Citroen C1, I love it. I think to myself, God, those cars look heavy. I dread to think of the damage one of those, even the small ones at a very slow speed, would do on impact. I'm with Rowan. We simply aren't there yet with EVs, and it's not really a realistic replacement. He called them a perverse choice of hardware with which to lead the automobile's fight against the climate crisis. And he makes the point that if we just keep our current cars for longer, we'd dramatically cut CO2. By all means, do away with your diesel car. But if you've got an old petrol engine and you're genuine about the environment, keep it until it gives up the ghost.